welcome back everybody. Today we're working on a what is this? A 633 square baler. Had some major problems last fall baling hay, actually last cutting. It decided it wanted to have all kinds of issues. Our shaft off our power take-up, it ate all the splines off of it, off that piece, and off of the internals of my slip clutch here. So after a lot of money later, we got a new piece for the slip clutch, a new shaft, a bunch of parts. I know it's the wrong color green. It should be olive green for me to be working on it, but we had way too much horsepower on it. We had the 285 on it when it decided to grenade. And it's been sitting out here for a month all torn apart. So I'm hoping I can remember how it goes back together. But we'll get to working on this and I'll try and get you a few videos as I go. I still haven't got my GoPro yet, but I'm going to get one, or get it going, I think, so we can have better videos. But we'll see what happens. Well, here's screwing with it. I told my John Deere man I wanted all the parts, everything new I needed. Now on this shaft here, there's a spacer that goes in between this bearing and this sprocket. You can see it right there. Well, I got to get the old sprocket off. If you look close enough, she ain't coming off of them splines, unfortunately. That's why I wanted everything, so I could just trash this and be done with it. We got to get that off, so I think I'm going to take me an angle grinder. I'm going to whack it right there where the snap ring sat. And then maybe we can get that off. So that's what we're going to try. I don't know. Something might explode in my face. And that might be interesting to you guys. I don't know. Oh, see, if I had a GoPro, I bet this would work fine. But I got my, I've heard somebody call it hobo freight. Got my hobo freight grinder here. I'm sure the batteries ain't gonna hold up and I'll be going to get my hacksaw. But well, if I cut through that whole thing with you guys watching, someone's going to fall asleep. I think we'll change our goal here and try and cut this sprocket off. Oh, look at it. Dead battery. Would you know it? Where I work, it's all Milwaukee tools, and them things are a lot better than Harbor Freight. I guarantee that. Well, let's try not to cut my spacer neither. That's what we're trying to get. I'm sure I'm going to mess it up. Oh my Lord. Not another one. No, it's still got something. You guys might get to see a finger go flying off here in a minute. Boys, I think we got it. There's half of it. Got the other side now. No, we don't have to. Splitting it just the right. See, this is why you guys should not be watching me to learn anything, because I'm sure I'm not doing it right to somebody's standards, but that didn't work. We're going to split her all the way. Maybe we're going to split it all the way. I'm up to 4 minutes of cutting, so we'll catch you back here when I get it off. I got it off of there. Anybody needs a front sprocket for a 62 square baler, I'll sell you one. I'll even do half price if you only want half of it. Well, got her in. New Carter pin, new bearing and race, new bearing and race. Sprocket in, that's in. It's dirty, I know. But this is the outside of this. So the next step is to get that on here. So well, we did not get a bearing for here in race, but it'll be all right. I just wanted the bell. So we got to figure out where I've done with all my bolts. I'm assuming these are it. Yep, them would be it right there. Get them all stuck in there now to get that all lined up. And hopefully it doesn't leak oil. That's what I'm hoping. Everything looks alright. My spacer, shims, and there was no gasket on it whatsoever. So it's got these crushed gaskets or whatever the specific name for these are. Only thing, it's been, I don't know, a month, 2 months since I've done this. There was a bucket here, and I'm a fat guy, so I'm not going to stand up. So I'm going to go track me a bucket down. Be the step before I put that on. Also in this video, look at her. She's ready to spread manure or all the bird crap on it. I just washed it. I know the decals are wrong. Trust me, I know. I've heard an earful about it. I restored this thing back, I think I was a freshman in high school. It might have been sooner than that. Grandpa had passed away. Hell, I didn't even have my driver's license. I restored it, and our Case IH dealer was the only place back then we could get decals, and I knew they weren't the ones that were on it, but that's what we had, and the fair was like 4 days away. So that's why it's got decals like it on it. I know they're not right. It's going to get completely redone again, I'd say. I got the paint from Orscheln, and I didn't like the way it's fading already, and this thing does not sit outside. It just hardly gets used. The only thing it sits outside is if it's at the fair. I mean, we'll plant wheat with it, which it's not in here. We got an old steel-wheeled Oliver wheat drill. It plants wheat, pulls hay wagons, rakes hay, and sometimes spreads manure. So it does not get a whole lot of use because I don't want to use it. I want it to stay, I want to keep this the rest of my life. So I don't want it getting hurt. So we use it for easy jobs, and the paint's already coming off of it. So it's probably getting all restored again. And that's a straight pipe my grandpa put on there because, I don't know, I guess back when they were plowing, it was funner to hear them. It is loud, really loud with that, but it's been on there since I was a kid, so I just kept it on there. But I did find me a bucket, so I'm going to go back to the square baler now. This is a project coming up, but, oh, it's full of beer cans. Gosh dang it. Well, I'll sit on this little one, and I'll be the next episode if I've fallen and I can't get up, but we'll try it. Well, we're still making progress here. I got the cover on it. I really wish I would have got a seal, but we're getting ready to start planting again at work, and I don't know. I'll make another video later on saying how stupid I was. I should just change that seal because it's pouring out gear oil, and that's a problem. But you know what? I think it'll work. I hope it works. If not, I'm going back to the drawing board. But and I brought an impact with me, but my shop's only 100 feet away, and I don't want to go get a 1/2-inch drive socket. I just grabbed a 3/8 drive set, so we'll do it the old way, 3/8 drive ratchet. And I'm going to get off track, but you know, this being a John Deere and we farm with Whites and Olivers, this part of the shed is the row of shame. We got a John Deere square baler, and we got a John Deere corn planter back there. We got to keep these two together so they don't fell out of place around all the good Oliver green. I'm not going to lie. It took me like a beer and a half of sitting here. This eye bolt right here, I was like, what is that for? I looked at this thing forever. Then it dawned on me, hey, idiot. That's what you tighten the nut back here to tighten your adjustment in your chain. I was like, what is this? But we got her figured out. Well, it's there. Put it that way. The gearbox is on. Now this thing right here. This is that thing's heavy. There just ain't no way around it. I'm a one-man show, and that thing is heavy. I guess I need to go to the gym. I don't know, but that's a lot wrestling that thing around. So I gotta get that put on. And that was laying there. I don't know. It's a spacer, but at what combination it goes on here with the PTO and the slip clutch, I'm not sure, because this thing, it just grenaded in our neighbor's field when we were baling hay for him last year. So I got to figure that one out. I don't have a book on this, so not sure about that. But before we hook this chain up, if anybody that's never worked on a square baler was wondering, we got to time it, because now it's out of time. You got to get it timed right, so when the knives come in, they got to be coming up when the plunger that's sitting under here is going back. They got to be perfect, because you don't want them to crash. I think when the knives are way out here, the plunger needs to be all the way back. And then as the plunger is going back, it sucks hay in, and then it goes, as it's going back, the plunger comes back. Just for anybody that's never worked on a square baler, I know most of you guys on here watching me's probably done this and knows what I'm talking about and thinks I'm an idiot the way I'm explaining it. But we got to time it. It shouldn't be out very much, because the square baler it stopped. But when I took that chain off and took these gears apart, the hay forks did go down a little bit. So it's out of time, maybe a quarter of a turn. But I got to get it timed back right. And then get it timed, get the wheel on, get the chain on it, get my slip clutch together. And then I'll be ready to hook up and make sure it works. Usually I clean this thing out, but it broke down on me and we just backed it in the shed. I was mad as could be that day, because it didn't break down on my own hay. It broke down on a job that I was getting paid per bale, and it was like 95 degrees with 100% humidity, and I was getting paid for it, and I had to quit because I couldn't get parts till, parts I think were a month out. So I lost money on that job, so I backed it in here, and I was sick of it. But wheat's going to be ready here next month, and we got to bale all that, so I got to get her back going again. But it's been sitting in the dry. I just hate leaving hay in here, and my knotter's all dirty and stuff. I hate doing that, but it's what ended up happening this last year. So we're going to continue on with it and see what happens. I mean, it's took a few of these to get to where I'm at, and my $1,000 phone here that I'm recording on is covered in gear oil, but we all got to win somehow, I guess. All right, YouTube, or guys, whatever y'all want me to call you, people, fellers, whatever. It's on there. I put it up there, thought I got this. It was backwards. I had to take it back off, turn it around. Now it's right. I'm going to tell you right now, it's heavy. So If you all ever think your old lady's cheating on you with some guy at the gym, before you break up with her, have them come over and lift that thing on there. Holy crap. Nothing but progress. Got the cap on, shear bolt. My mind's not working. I should put a new one in. Chains on. Got that all tight. It's timed right, or I think so. It might just blow apart when we put it together. So now we're on to that. Well, no. Slip clutch. We got to get the slip clutch on here. That's what we're on to next. Well, it's almost together. Oh, I got to get 2 fiber discs. That's the bad part. I got to get the 2 fiber discs for this, for the slip clutch, because I mean, if they would have both come off good, I might have used them, but that one decided it didn't want to be here. And that's one thing I told them I wanted, but obviously I didn't get it in my set of parts, so that's the end of this project for right now. But I don't know if you liked it, comment if you want to watch more of it. Subscribe, just comment and tell me what I'm doing wrong too. I don't care, but we'll catch you all on the next one.